Hey everyone, John Arnold here, and Bert, my faithful yogi sidekick. Um, I wanted to share with you today what has become one of my favorite ways to warm my spine at the beginning of a practice. And it's such a beautiful day. I wanted to shoot outside. I hope the background noise is not too distracting. Before I go into the specific mini sequence that I like to sneak in at the beginning of sequences, just a word about warming the spine. It's really important and critical that at the beginning of any practice that preferably we warm the spine in 6 directions. Twisting in both directions, bending to both sides, and then flexing it forward and back. That way we thoroughly engage the whole chain of the spine, which is the foundation that everything else hangs on, right? So it makes sense that we would want to warm that first. Now, on Tuesday evenings when I teach class online, which you're welcome to join me in that anytime, just message me if you need details of how to get in that Zoom. Oftentimes, I do a very, very simple warming routine. We will bend side to side, twist side to side from an easy seated position, and then we will do cat-cow, which I'll be doing in a moment. Boom, done. We've done we've hit all 6 directions. It's simple, it's easy. Now, the one thing I don't like about that particular way of warming up, as opposed to what I'm going to show you, is that by and large, those are kind of isolation movements. I say kind of. Nothing in yoga is an isolation movement, but very, very primary emphasis on, like, when you're twisting, there's a lot of other things that are not moving. Like this whole base is not moving, right? When we're doing this, there's a lot of things that are not being engaged. What I'm going to show you, one of the things that I like about it is it tends to also warm up many, many, many other muscles, engage more of the body in my mind than what I normatively do on a Tuesday night. So, at the beginning of practice, usually I'll get grounded by doing 2 things: paying attention and or doing some pranayama work, breath work, and paying attention to my connection to the mat, feeling where my body is, getting present to being here and now as we're practicing. Once that's done, move into a spinal warm-up. Here's the warm-up that I want to, that I love, that I hope you'll like. I'll start in all 4s, and I'll begin with a cat-cow combination. I'll start with cow. So on an inhale, I will let the belly drop down, the pelvis tilt, the shoulders come back, collarbones open wide, and bring my gaze up. And then on exhale, round like a Halloween cat, an angry cat, strongly rooted in the knees, in the hands. And then I'll flow back and forth between those with breath. And we'll just do this 3 or 4 times. And it really helps to draw that navel up toward the spine when I'm doing cat. And I'm going to turn so you can see better what I'm doing for where I move to next. And that is, I'll come up into a gate pose, which, if you're not familiar with gate pose, we're on our knees. You're going to bring one foot out to the side, plant the foot rooted in the ground with the blade of the foot, if possible, parallel to the short end of your mat, and you stand up nice and tall on that knee, okay? And then we're going to drop the right hand down to the right leg, reach over with that left hand. We're bending the spine to the right, but we're also opening all this side body. You'll feel a stretch on the inner thigh and the hips. There's a lot of body being engaged. If you turn the gaze up, you can look forward or up. I like to look up. I find that helps me open the chest up a little bit more. And you can hold this for 3 to 5 breaths. or whatever feels great for you today. And then as I come out of it, bring this hand down on the ground to in front, bring your right hand down on the ground in front of you. And I'll take the left hand and I will thread the needle while in gate pose. My rear leg is pivoting a little bit to give me some stability, like a kickstand. And I will reach through. Sometimes I'll bring my hand out and push a little bit to make the twist even greater. If this is too intense, you don't have to come to the ground. You can just reach through. I like to come down. And if you have a high degree of flexibility, you could always reach over and grab that foot. Again, breathe here for 3 to 5 breaths. And then I'll come out of that up to all fours. And I'm going to reach my right leg back and across over to the left side. You see that? Let me turn it an angle a little bit so you can catch me from 2 angles. So, I'm in tabletop, taking this right leg, I'm bringing it across over the left calf, and then I'm going to look back at that foot. When I do this, it opens the whole side body up. I can feel it in my hips. I can feel my back leg being engaged. And that just feels awesome. So after I've done that for 3 to 5 breaths, sometimes I will go right into gate pose and go to the other side, or I'll throw in another cat-cow a couple times. And then I will go to the other side, but you don't have to be doing all this moving around the way I'm doing if you're at your home practice, but I want you to be able to see what's going on. So lovely. We got a dog who wants in on the action. Now come out of that, bring your hand down, reach through. Oh, that sun feels lovely on my face. And I love this because, you know, I'm opening up the back and the leg is engaged. Again, just so many different things going on. And then I'll come back up out of that. Sometimes I'll reach up as just a slight counter, but I go back to all fours. Now I'm going to take that left leg, I'm going to reach it across to the right and look back over my right shoulder toward the foot. And you can vary the tension on the outside of the left side of your body by changing the angle of the foot to the ground. So I try to make sure that my heel is kind of a 90-degree angle from the ground back there. Sometimes your foot will want to collapse like so. I don't know if you can see that. Try to zoom in on that editing. I will sort of draw the ankle over, and when I do, I can vary the tension on the outside of the left hip. Nice. And then you can come back to center to all fours, and at that point you can go anywhere you want to go. If you want to move back into seated postures, you can come back onto your heels, go back to easy seated position, go up into downward dog, start moving up, whatever you want to do. So just to recap, that sequence is doing a cat-cow a few times, going into gate pose on one side, coming down, threading the needle, coming up, stepping across. Now you've done one side, do the other side. Gate pose. Thread the needle. Step across. There you have it. All right. I would love to hear some of your favorite ways of warming the spine. Let me know if this video was helpful and whatever questions you happen to have. At the time of this recording, I just want to mention real quickly, and I'll put a link in comments below to where you're seeing this, or if it's on YouTube, the description. Monday, December 14th, is 2020. Who knows when you'll see this video, but if it's before then, Monday, December 14th, 6 p.m., I'm leading an online webinar, a workshop on discovering your life purpose in order to get ready for the new year. So you might want to check that out. I'll put, again, a link in the comments below. Kingdom Yogis, have a blessed day, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye now.